Thank you so much for joining me for episode 3. The last episode, we got Neelix, so I wonder who we end up getting next. Let's find out together. It's 4, 6. I'll just take them. Okay. That's all we can do on these. Nope. It's a workshop. Takes 15. Get up to that. Okay. Noise. I don't need to set how. You're 20, nope. Save up power. So we need 20 of that. Hoping we get 60. Come on, 60. Yeah. I think it's this one, isn't it? Nope, must have been that one. There we go. Alright, now we're ready. With our new friend Neelix, we finally have a chance to find our lost crew members on Ocampa. According to him, we must seek out Kajan Ogla, our leader, Japan. He may to help us, though I'm wary of trusting this Neelix. We have little choice but pursue every possible lead. Captain, we reached our destination orders. It's in waiting. So we got Neelix. That's it. Wanna maybe. Here, camera too. Well, hearing her sing. debris. There we go. A2 materialize in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and sandy wind wets into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy pulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust ball? Struggle through to a vantage point. The team pushes through, battling the strong winds and low visibility. Finally emerge onto a ledge. A clear view of surrounding area. In the distance, they spot a Kazan Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, the sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. Intelligence shelter. Is there a best cover store? Let's do this one. Well, I don't waste no time with impressive efficiency. Swiftly constructs a wind-resistant shelter, surrounding debris, all while grumbling about the perceived incompetence of the Starfleet team. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The team emerges unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazan settlement. Sometimes certain approaches and way missions. Challenge, okay. Captain, we reach the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Let Neelix do the introduction. I'll go Starfleet manner, approach with violence, no. Okay, so we're gonna pick. I'll have Neelix. 40 success. Neelix bounds word, greeting the Kazan Ogla. In his usual boisterous manner, the women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than becoming. The men approach, cautiously, weapons in hand. Kazan. A tall Kazan emerges from the settlement. Jaban, the leader. At the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like Kazan, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around the corner. Seems like the Kazan don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Assure them you have no bad intentions. You have to demonstrate your strength. Offer water. Yeah. Sure, that's 34 though. Let's do water. The team offers Japan water from their replicators, fascinated by his technology, and accepts the offer because we're receptive. He explains that the Ocampa live underground, their access controlled by the caretaker also provides their only source of water as proof. Japan points to the bruised Ocampa woman he is holding as a slave, explaining that she is the one of the few who managed to reach the surface when suddenly Neelix grabs her phaser. He points it at Japan and demands for the Ocampa girl to be freed. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Peace and carefully withdraw. Retreat, phaser fire. Oh boy. Guest is recruited. Away team raises their hands and gesture peace, slowly backing away, while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazan. Jabin, through furious, Though furious at Alec's impulsive action, recognizes the way team's intelligent attempt to de-escalate the situation. He allows them to retreat, though his eyes will burn with anger. Oh, his eyes burn. Is this one? Yeah. More than gratitude. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passively. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Cass, didn't I promise I save you? I knew you would comfort me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Japan said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There's a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. Transporter signal amplifying would be necessary. Excellent idea. Cass, can you help us once we located the breach? Of course. It's the least I can do. I'm grateful now. Ask Cass what she knows about the caretaker. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he has provided Ocampa with food, water, and energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea what he does? Where he came from? No. We do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. How Cass and Neelix met. Yes, Mr. Neelix, I'm curious. How did you two meet? I met Cass while I was trading with the Kazanogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. It was the only good thing in the terrible place. I fell in love. I admit I used to, Captain. I apologize. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Ask Cass why she came to the surface. Cass, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We were once a people who had full command of our mind's ability. Alright, so I'm gonna get started on that transporter signal amplifier, and Cass will go to the sick bay and have you examined. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Computer, initiate emergency medical hologram program. Introducing the doctor. No other options available. Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering feature materializes in sick bay, ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of the sick bay for now, and this patient, Cass. There is no need for concern. I am capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes. Nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you excuse me, I have a patient to tend to, and a sick bay to reorganize. Captain, hate to be bearer of bad news, but the cargo's overflowing. Can we find any more of it? Know where to put it. Sure, I'll build another one. Okay. Can't do that. Okay, so we got... Oh, that's what he's complaining about. I'll just go over here. And then we'll just change that to this one. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. There. Probably can't do that one. Nope, we need those. There. Oh, yeah, cheap one. Okay. Card key. Oh, I skipped everything out of there. Oh, that was done. Oh, picture. Captain, the blueprints for the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, we need repair the workshop. Workshop repair, Captain. We can start production on the signal amplifier. We'll put here again. And that one. Okay. That takes one cycle. And 2 more minutes. Remember that? Crew, sick bay. Okay, unlock them. Oh, I've done that one. Resource. Torpedo Bay. Page shield frequency. It's already in progress. On the board. Oh. Cargo Bay level 2. Alright, turn that off. Oh, I guess we got enough energy. Okay. Yeah, can't repair that yet. Got that. That'll be for that one. Miles quick. Crew's happy. Okay, but this. Research any tech. Wow. Okay. Grab these. Signal amplifier has been completed and ready for use, Captain. It would be wise to make haste back to Ocampa. Goodness. Let's see. I'll repair. Efficiency. Oh, where's I need that. 10 cycles. Okay. So we gotta fly back. Okay. Try the best one to salvage. I'll just do that one. Okay, we need more of those too. That's 4 more. I'm just trying to get. Someone had 4. Grab this one. Hail from an undied vessel. In every shape, perform repairs. Transmit the necessary data. Able to correct their course. Appreciate send over medium amount of supplies. Okay, thanks. 6 cycles. Oh, maybe I should do. Well, I'll do that one next. Yep. Okay. Okay, I almost have enough. That's fine, and that's fine. I guess I'll save that. Yeah, we don't have enough place anyway. Okay. Captain, we reached our destination. Send away team. Okay. Wait to the bug. See their camera here. I don't know, Neelix. Spiders. Yes. There we go. Kazon is ready to tech. Oh, wait. Upon materializing near the tunnel's entrance, a group of Kazon is already they're tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice a away team, they reach for the weapons but hesitant. Careful, shouts one of them. Don't let them butter you up. Captain Kazon seemed to be more cautious this time, but they were still ready to attack. What are your orders? Show of force. Attempt to no proceed side passage. Oh jeez, that's really shitty. Transporter module, yeah, we'll do that one. The team uses a transport module to beam a small plant in the Kazon camp. Sudden appearance of a strange green object caused confusion and alarm among the Kazon. Along the way, team to slip past them and enter the tunnel unnoticed. Captain reached the tunnel entrance using the transporter signal amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier. Okay, is it looking to breach? Away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach energy field. They successfully transferred themselves through the opening into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Bedded into a large cavern, a futuristic environment with smooth white walls emerge in front of the way team, glowing in a warm white light, littered with patches of green. The Ocampa City. Captain, we're inside Ocampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed? To find Tom and Chakotay. I'll let Cass take the lead in search. Do a systematic search of the city. Well, Cass approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating missing Tom and Chakotay. The Ocampa, touched by her concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake and disoriented, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of the reunion. Caretaker Ray has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. Clear a path through any debris and obstacles. You're up, Mr. Tuvok. The team clears a path through the collapsing tunnels using their phasers to blast away debris, create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, are never going to escape safely. Soon they reach the exit security barrier. The only thing standing between them and their escape. The tremors are interfering with the signal, amplifying focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Stabilize the teleporter. Tremors interference pad recalibrate. Let's see. I can analyze it. That's 30. He's fatigued. Oh, that's more than enough. Some bonus points. Team analyzes the tremors interference pattern and quickly recalibrates the transfer signal. Amplifier to compensate. Transfer signal stabilizes, allowing the way team to lock onto the beam and material safely back to Voyager. Mission complete. Chakotay recruited. Unexpected allies. Back on Voyager. Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief, while Chakotay eyes the Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Maquis commander struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Captain Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway. And Mr. Paris, it's good to have my pilot back. What? No champagne? Not even the replicated. I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. Taurus, what's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version. We're stuck with the Federation's sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. And we share a common goal. Getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Ask what they learned about the Ocampa. What can you tell us about the Ocampa? Naive, friendly, they don't get out much. That's good because they wouldn't survive. Apparently, they're living underground for longer than anyone can remember. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us caretakers opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? They mentioned a warming. Day our surface turned into a desert. On that day, the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he has been provided for the Ocampa. A debt that can never be repaid. Say again, Lieutenant Buck. There's enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis, Captain. The Ocampa homeworld turned into a desert from one day to the next. Your caretaker's immediate arrival seems to be no coincidence. I assume he's responsible for the ecological damage. Building the underground city and caring for them, he seems to be trying to make amends. But how could he cause such devastation to render a planet incapable of sustaining life? I confess I don't know, Captain. So learn anything about the caretaker? Did you learn anything about the caretaker? They say he's been acting out of the ordinary, lady. lately abducting people and increased their power supply to half a decade. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? Why they were sent to Ocampa. The caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in scabs. Ocampa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before. He also mentioned others with the same disease, but they didn't last. They died? How are you both sick bay now? Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic matter. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate a few more days, and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material for what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately. Though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor. I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. Captain, there is now enough evidence to form a reasonable hypothesis. The caretaker provides Ocampa with a mere 5 years' worth of energy, then destroys the access tunnels. In addition, he frequently mentioned running out of time. The caretaker has sustained the Ocampa for millennia. Why the sudden urgency is illogical. My conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. Doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis. The caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor. Someone holds the key to their survival. Compatibility with the caretaker's DNA. This explains abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. I believe the caretaker is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? We have to return to the ray before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. Vulcan's right. If the overgrown energy below won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phaser torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. I already did all that. Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Let's show the squad what we're really made of. Thanks for watching.